Hello, dear students. Today we will solve one more problem. This problem is from the optics, and this problem has been asked in 2024 ISC board problem. It's a class 12 problem, and this problem is based on very famous experiment, that is object pin, image pin, optical bench experiment, in which we have to find the focal length. So this problem is based on that experiment. So students will see first the problem. A student is performing an experiment to determine focal length of a convex lens by using lens formula, that is by no parallax method. As students, this experiment is in the class 12 practical syllabus, uh, and this is a very famous experiment, that is no parallax method. The examiner gives some instruction to the student. The student responds to each instruction as per her understanding of experiment. State whether the student's response is correct or incorrect. Give a reason for your answer. First is examiner. Image found by a lens is magnified. Reduce the size of image. And the student responses moves the lens towards the object pin. So students, first we will see this first part. So let me upload one diagram for this. As you can see here, this is the setup of object O, lens L, and image pin. Here O is object pin, here L is lens, and here it is image pin, and it is a no parallax. You can just see tip to tip is matching here. So it is a no parallax method. And students, you can just see, as for u, for calculating u, what we do, we just subtract L minus O. Here L is position of lens, this, and O is position of object pin. In this way, we find U while doing experiment on optical bench. ये बहुत ही फेमस एक्सपेरिमेंट है, और आई थिंक स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे ही हम फाइंड करते हैं ऑप्टिकल बेंच पे, जो पोजीशन ऑफ लेंस हो एंड जो पोजीशन ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट पिन हो, दोनों को आपस में सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देते हैं. एंड स्टूडेंट्स, नेक्स्ट इज फॉर फाइंडिंग v, दैट इज इमेज डिस्टेंस. u क्या था? u was object distance. Now students, for finding v, that is image distance, what we do, we just subtract I minus L. Here what is I? I is position of image pin, this. And what is L here? L is position of lens. So students, I think it is clear. You might all have done this experiment in your lab also. So here we upload the question. Now, this was the question. So students, here the examiner is asking, image found by a lens is magnified. Reduce the size of the image. Now, student responses, move the lens towards the object pin. Here, students, M is equal to V by U. So students, here, if you will increase U, then what will happen? M will decrease. And students, if you will decrease U, then what will happen? M will increase. You can just see from this formula. So students, image formed by the lens is magnified. Reduce the size of image. Student, move the lens towards the object. So students, if you will move the lens towards the object, then what will happen? U will decrease. And students, if U will decrease, then what will happen? M will increase. You can just see from this formula. So students, here student response is incorrect because student क्या कर रहा है? लेंस को ऑब्जेक्ट की तरफ मूव कर रहा है. And examiner is asking image found by the lens is magnified. Reduce the size of image. एग्जामिनर जो है साइज ऑफ इमेज को रिड्यूस करने को बोल रहा है. एंड स्टूडेंट्स रिस्पॉन्स क्या है स्टूडेंट जो है लेंस को ऑब्जेक्ट की तरफ मूव कर रहा है. तो अगर स्टूडेंट लेंस को ऑब्जेक्ट की तरफ मूव करेगा तो क्या होगा? यू जो है डिक्रीज करेगा. और यू जो है डिक्रीज करेगा तो क्या होगा फिर? मैग्निफिकेशन ऑफ एम विल इंक्रीज. तो हियर स्टूडेंट रिस्पॉन्स इज इनकरेक्ट. सो एग्जामिनर ने क्या बोला? रिड्यूस द साइज ऑफ इमेज. तो अगर इमेज की साइज को रिड्यूस करना है और अगर मैग्निफिकेशन को रिड्यूस करना है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा फिर? अगर मैग्निफिकेशन को हमें रिड्यूस करना है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? यू को इंक्रीज करना पड़ेगा. इज दिस क्लियर? तो लेंस को क्या करना पड़ेगा? ऑब्जेक्ट पिन से अवे ले जाना पड़ेगा स्टूडेंट को. इन दिस वे the size of image will be reduced. So here student response is incorrect. So students, we'll see next part. In next part, the next examiner's instruction is plot a graph of 1 upon v upon against 1 upon u. Now student, response is student takes 1 upon v on y-axis and 1 upon u on x-axis. 1 upon v को y-axis पे प्लॉट कर रहा है स्टूडेंट एंड 1 upon u को x-axis के. Students, as you all know that 1 upon u is an independent variable and 1 upon v is dependent variable. So students, if 1 upon u will change, then 1 upon v will also change because 1 upon v is a dependent variable. It depends on 1 upon u. If 1 upon u will change, then there will be a corresponding change in 1 upon v. So here student response is correct. And now student, next is write the relation between optical power P and focal length of a convex lens. And student response is P is equal to 2f. Here student, as we all know, power and focal length, it is power is equal to 1 upon f. So here student's response is incorrect. So this was all about the solution of this problem. This problem came in 3 mark. So this was a very simple problem. Students, if you like my problem solving technique, then you can like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. That's all. Thank you.